Let's see. What happened last week? Well, Stormhammer got out of jail. He's now staying
Yay!
inside the castle thing with Geddon and Cypher. Cypher pretty much put Geddon on a quest to get a what was it, an amplifier,
Yeah.
which ends up being his sword, and has been taking extensive training with Cypher. And that time, Malik ends up going up north to find or into the Black Citadel to learn how to beat the Delhi. And the southern team, Alexis met with Slade, had a few conversations, and the arrival of the Valrai have shown up. And they went to the what's it called? The the chapel to talk with any of the priests to see if they can start actually looking for the portals. When something happened with the wall of names, and part of the wall lit up and poured and started showing off Waylon's name. And I think that's exactly where we left off.
I think we look well.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I heard the wall of names and I thought like a soldier's memorial, and I was like, wait, he's dead? I don't remember that part happening.
No, it's
I get it. I remember. It's like the holy people representing Arden. Yeah.
Yep.
I thought we got ushered into his room.
Did you guys get? I knew I was gonna do that, but I'm not sure if I actually got that far or not. Yes, he did, because he said that's exactly where we left off, with him saying we must go to the back room, and you guys being pulled into the back room. All right. So we will start off with. Hold on, let me move my fucking mouse onto the thing. Tyler, are you done eating so I can start, get your shit over with?
I'm not eating.
I thought you said you were eating.
No, I was eating.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
It's like I'm thinking of ordering food right now.
Okay, after you hear Cypher say nope and you disappear, you reappear in a very, very dark room. You still have your headlamp, and you can feel a presence next to you, which you can assume is the... did I say who was with you?
One of the Valrai.
Yeah, I know I said that, but I'm not sure if I gave a name or not.
I don't remember if you did.
Okay, it's the engineer.
Okay.
You know who I'm talking about when I say the engineer, right?
Yes.
Because I don't think I have his... did I ever give a name for him?
Yeah, it's in a notebook that's in a box that's packed. It still needs to be unpacked.
Good. First name. Kings. Manavan. That's his name. Okay. So you show up in this black room. You can feel Manavan's presence to your right, and you feel him put his hand on your back and actually start guiding you through the room. I'm assuming you're gonna pop your headlight.
Yeah.
Okay. Pop your headlight.
I'm probably sweating rather profusely too.
Okay. You pop your headlight, and you're actually not getting much light out of it. You still see the walls itself are black. The floor itself is black. It looks like a very smooth stone. The room itself is almost in a in a circle, with one opening to the ahead of you. And if you look down at the floor, you'll see a runic symbol on the floor. He guides you. Go ahead.
I'm heavily breathing as I stare at the symbol.
He looks at you. Calm down, boy. This isn't anything but what we're going to be doing with at the moment. This just allows us to get here. You must come with us. We have to show you to the to our other engineers, and we must begin our work now.
I nod my head and just let him lead me.
All right. He takes you into the back room, or he takes you out of that room down a hall, and this is where you start seeing things that are familiar. You see the main hall off of the throne room chamber, the hall that leads you into where the glass blowers were, and the stairs going down that led to the engineering room. And you go down those stairs again, and there are a mess of engineers down there. You're like thinking at least 15. And two of them approach you and ask for you to stand still. And they start examining your body measurements pretty thoroughly. One of them asks for you to roll up your sleeve, and you see somebody pull out a needle, and it looks like they're gonna start to draw some blood from you.
Okay.
That's not a problem for you?
No.
Okay. I didn't know if you had some kind of incapacity or some fear of needles or something like that. So the engineer takes what he needs. The other engineers do exactly what they're meant to be doing, and they ask.
Malik's got an extremely confused look on his face, but
Not gonna ask any questions.
he's kind of afraid to ask questions. He's like, they look all smarter than me. This might not go well.
You still feel the hand on your pretty much across your back from Manavan as he looks down at you and says, "All right, we're just going to need you to take a seat for a little bit. We need to run some tests to make sure you're compatible. We've never done this on another race other than ours, so forgive us if we take a little time."
It's never been explained to me what I have asked to do, right?
Nope. You have no idea what's happening. You said you wanted to help,
Right.
or you want to learn how to fight the Dahai. He says.
I'm just making sure. I was just making sure.
Yeah, I was going to run down that really quick. Yeah, Cypher says he knows there is a way, and he said that's when they called the engineer up, and you asked if you can have your stuff before you go, and he said nope, and boop, there you are.
Mm-hmm. I just asked him, what exactly are you trying to do?
We're going to make you one of us.
I cock my head a little bit and look at him like he's stupid.
Do you remember the conversation you guys had with Seiya about how our race has lived this long in such an area?
Yeah.
That how
King
essentially
lived multiple lives.
correct. How essentially we clone each other and just implant our memories into others.
Right.
That's what we'll do for you. It's the quickest way to get all of our understanding of the Dalhai.
His jaw just sort of slowly opens and comes agape as his eyes widen. Kind of as the realization hits to him what he's agreed to.
Once this happens, there's no going back. The body you are in now will die.
Malik just stares at his hand and
You'll be the same person, but the body you will be embodying will be completely different.
he just sort of nods his head, still staring at his hand.
Now, there are some dangers to this because we are doing it in a way we have never done before. But one thing our engineers do know is OBS. And if they say we can do it, we can do it. And we're just waiting for that say now.
Well, it needs to be done.
Fade. No.
This is not Dr. Stormhammer.
Alright, Southern team. Is everybody in Southern team
Yes.
here?
Yes.
Hopefully.
Yes. Okay. You guys are pulled drastically out of the main hall into the back office of Gix, I believe his name was, which is the exact same room where shit, I forgot his name. We haven't used him in so long. Waylon, the bad guy.
Oh.
Garville.
Garville, that's it. All I gotta do is think of the Smurfs, and I'll remember it. You get pulled back into that room along with Saya. And he's just got this blank look on his face as he stares at Waylon. And he kind of like does a slow circle around him, as if trying to understand what, let's say, what Ardent sees in this person. I just don't understand.
Hello again.
He kind of looks to the sky and he just looks up to at the ceiling and just says, "Why him?" Do you know what this means, boy?
No?
You have been chosen by Ardent.
Excuse me?
Ardent chose you, boy.
You don't seem to be very pleased with that news.
Me? I just don't understand it. Everybody who has been chosen has had a clear reason why they were. This name just appeared with no warning. And from his prior deeds, I wouldn't expect why he would have been chosen.
Because there's nothing in this boy's heart than love.
Well, I
Can I
guess
sit
from
down?
all... Sure. And he kind of backs up and pulls out a seat for you.
I was gonna basically flop into the chair.
I guess I can see the purity in this child also, even though for his impurities that he's done. You have a long road ahead of you, boy. Now we must find out what it wants from you. And I'm almost certain you will only be the one to find that out.
I'm mostly going to just sit there and take this all in, because big thing for him.
With a big grin. This
I
might
think so, yeah.
this might be the time for you to redeem
It's
yourself.
growing.
Now, what is it you guys have come into my church for? As he kind of just turns his gaze to the giant cat lady that's in his office now.
We need your. I'm sorry. What is his position again? High priest?
No, he's not the head or the high. He's let's say, I think I put him at third in command.
Yeah, but what's his actual title?
Priest.
Just priest.
Yeah.
It was a father.
Head priest. Gix.
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 Okay. Father Gix, we need your assistance in a very urgent matter, and your ability to assist us in this would expedite what we're trying to do greatly, and that might have a larger impact on the world in large than you might realize.
And what would that be?
We need your assistance tracking down some large sources of magic within the city.
Sources of magic?
I'm going to look over to say she looks like she's about to talk at all.
She nods. I think she agrees with how you're pulling this.
There are large sources of magic that have been appearing across our continent, and these sources of magic are dangerous. They need to be closed, and we have a device that can do it. We just need the assistance of the city to get anywhere that we may need to that the devices request. As you're willing to agree to this help, of course.
I believe something can be worked out, but I haven't felt magic here in years.
It's not a magic you would have sensed before, so it may be one that perhaps you haven't realized you've been looking for.
Be my guest. Just try not to disrupt the normal actions of the citizens.
Oh, we'll make it our goal to be as discreet as possible, and as quickly as possible.
Thank you. I do not want to scare anybody who's here. This is the city of Ardent. We shouldn't be living in fear of anybody. And he kind of shoots a little look at Saya. And without actually saying a word, she kind of looks down at you, Alexis, and kind of gives you a flash of a smile, and she starts to walk out of the room.
I'll follow after her then.
Okay. Waylon, what are you doing? You still gonna sit in the chair?
I think so. I think he's still taking this in.
Okay. Gix will be ends up, instead of going outside to the parishioners, he's going to just sit down in the at the office in front of you. So if you have any questions for him, feel free to ask them. But I'm going to move to Saya and Alexis walking out.
All right.
Okay. She say as you guys walk out into the hall, Say looks down at you and goes, "Well, that was rather easy."
Well, when you keep out the details about the imminent destruction of the world, it gets to be a bit easier for them to just assume it's something mundane and get us out of the city as quickly as possible. You have the devices?
Yes.
And how do these things work exactly?
Basically, we're going to fly above, or we're going to jump in one of the airships, fly above, and put a perimeter down around the city. And from that point, we'll be able to locate any portal here in the city.
All right, well, let's do this as quickly as we can then. How do we get down to the portals? Does this need to be activated? Do we land the ship, or?
We would have to go and deactivate them manually.
Okay. All right, then the faster the better.
She nods, and she actually drops all four, and she bolts.
Fuck. I'm going to try to run after her as quickly as I can.
You can see she's not running at her full speed, but she's making sure you are still in visual distance of her.
It's like a speck.
You can see
I
like
just see her people going like, what fucking cat lady? I'm like, that's where she went.
Yeah, you're just looking for the people who are in disbelief. And a cat lady running Mach 2 through the city. All right, you catch up to her. She's actually waiting at the plank of the airship, and she's got a smile on her face.
Well, actually, do I go through the end first?
Well, she doesn't go through the end. She goes straight out out there. You can stop at the end if you want.
I am going to stop at the end and see if Paleth's there.
Sure.
Actually, it was with all you, so.
Oh, what?
Were you?
Yeah.
Quiet.
Really? I don't remember you going, but okay. Oops.
Yeah, I was dragging my pack along, so that'd probably stop. I wouldn't be running after them. I'd just be kind of walking. Like I know where they're going.
Oh, okay. Well, if you're there, then I'm just going to follow after her in the most direct path possible.
Okay.
I'm following the hypotenuse. That's adorable. Hypotenuse. We had a dog call him that. Hypotenuse.
All right, you guys reach the airship. She's got a little smile on her face as you guys board the ship. I'm assuming you're boarding the ship.
Yeah. Last time, we had horses to make it at least slightly fair.
It's never fair. She gets on the ship and waits for you guys to board as they pull up the plank, and you guys feel the hum of the ship as it starts to lift off.
I'm getting situated, locked, strapped, whatever.
Nope, you don't have to.
Oh, okay.
She stops you from that, saying, "We're not going to be jumping into any speeds that requires that. It's going to be a nice, gentle, circular motion around the city."
Excellent.
As the plane, as it lurches forward and crashes into the city.
I'm like, oh!
No. Okay.
Damn it, I knew I shouldn't trust cats. I always got to fuck you over.
She looks at you funny and starts clawing at your mouth.
Oh, good. My cat is apparently in our D&D game.
She starts.
Is he also going to sleep in the middle of my bed, despite the fact that he's clearly too freaking... Have your own bed! He's still doing it. Get out of the middle of the bed. Whatever. Yeah, so...
All right, as the plane lifts off, and it's about, I'd say about 500, 600 feet above the ground, as it slowly starts to turn, to circle the city. And you hear what sounds like, okay, I can't describe it in that form, but it sounds like a piston firing.
Okay.
You hear a quick escape of air and a kind of a thud as you see the cylinders get shot out from the sides of the ship, and they start slamming into the ground, burying themselves, you can assume, a couple of feet into the ground. The ship makes a complete circle around the city and then lands back in the exact same spot as it was. You see Saya look at you guys and say, "Come with me." And she takes you back down into the engineering room. I described this or not the engineering, but the map room, the one with the war room.
Yes.
With the
big
sphere.
holographic projector and then
Yep.
the sphere that's to see what's beneath.
Yep. With the sphere inside of it.
Okay.
As the image on the sphere actually starts to form looks like a visual graph of the actual city itself. In very, very good detail.
That's impressive.
That's what our cylinders can do.
No, still first time for me to see it. That's
You
so
s-
impressive.
You see her reach out to it, and it looks like she's grabbing onto something that's not actually there, and she starts to spin the map, flip it vertically so she can actually see the entire city. And the whole map itself is kind of like this dull crystal blue. And she says, if there were a actual portal here, we should see a ping in orange.
Does this track depth? The last portal we saw was miles underground.
Yes. She actually spins the map up, and it shows the let's say the floor of the reach of these portals, or of these cylinders, and she explains that it's roughly 3 miles underground that these things are reaching.
The perimeter has to be large. The portals must be somewhere outside the perimeter then. If the Delhi always attack from the north-south and then spread from the center, they couldn't have only had one plan to attack one city.
She looks back at her pilot and says, "Lift her up again. We're gonna increase the diameter of this." He nods, and you see him disappear out the door. This is actually quite disheartening not to find anything here so far.
We have to keep trying.
You feel the ship shake a little as it starts to vibrate and lift off again. It makes another round. This time at least 1.5 miles outside of, or 2 miles out of where it was before. You hear the sounds of the pistons, or the pistons firing, launching off these cylinders into the ground. And as it's happening, you're watching real time as these cylinders start to give back information, and you see the actual map starting to fill in another 2 mile radius around around the actual city, and you are still seeing no orange pings.
All right. There's a map of the continent above us, right?
Yes.
Okay. So would you say the area we're seeing is like this?
You are seeing. Here, let me bring up mine. That.
Okay. I'm gonna ask if it's possible to how far can one cylinder search?
10 miles.
How many do we have?
Roughly 30 left.
Are they difficult to produce?
Not really, just time.
We need to search this coast then.
Which coast?
There have
Show them that
this.
again.
Yeah.
Okay, the actual coast. Like you want
Yeah,
them
the entire
to,
coast, basically this
to fly
small
around
kind
the.
of quasi this peninsula. I'm so impressed. I remember the word peninsula.
Shock yourself
I was
for a
about to
moment.
just call it like a floaty almost island thing. There has to be a portal somewhere on this peninsula.
For us to reach that far, we'd have to do the entire coast, and then through the center. Basically, make go across the whole thing, and then fly across the center like that, or do a small circle in the center.
I mean, how long do these past two searches take?
What's that?
How long did these past two searches we did take?
You're looking at roughly 40 minutes.
40 minutes. It'll be time consuming, but it's the only way we can make sure this city's safe and that more people aren't falling into the hands of the Delhi.
Would you like to retrieve Wayland before we try this?
It'd probably be best to do so, since we may be gone for quite some time.
She nods and.
Where's Wayland, though? I know Hallam.
Hallam, my bad. Sorry, I'm too used to.
She got meta on me.
I'm used to playing LOL right now and yelling at him as Wayland.
Man, stop jungling Soraka!
She's best jungler. We've established this.
No, she is not. You see her disappear out the door. If you guys want to follow, go ahead. If you're not, you can stay inside the war room. It doesn't look like she gives a shit.
I'll chill out in the war room. Maybe doodle in the notebook. In the book to Slade.
Draw stick figures fighting.
A cat. The sun. The sun has glasses. He's smiling.
He's got a hand with a drink in it with a little umbrella.
A bunch of suggestive clouds.
You feel the ship start to move as she comes back down and says, "Come with me."
Where are we going?
Out.
Okay. That's all I need.
All right.
She pulls you to the side, or pulls you outside, and you're seeing that they're actually hovering above the center of the city near the actual chapel itself, and they throw down a rope ladder.
Couldn't have done this subtly?
We have to make up some time somewhere.
Huh. I don't think she's going to get down that rope ladder very easily, so I think it'll be me I have to go.
Okay.
I'd appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. So Vale jumps her stuff and heads down the rope ladder.
I won't make you roll for it.
How terrible would that be? Botch your acrobatics. We just watch Payleth fall. Like, oh, this is.
At least it's a city of gold.
It's actually a city of marble, but then with the accent of
Gold-plated.
gold.
Fuck it, gold.
I'm rich, bitch.
And you, on your fall, you impale yourself on a golden spike.
Yeah.
Best death ever.
Bury me with this spike.
Anyone else play Sunset Riders?
I know it, but haven't played it.
Because anytime I hear a quote like that, it reminds me of the first boss's last death quote, and he's like, "Bury me with my money."
Mm.
Then you take all of his money.
You make it down the ladder.
Alright, and I will head for the church to get Waylon, of course.
Okay,
Since he's probably still in that room, like, holy shit, I'm the chosen one.
you have no resistance.
Okay.
You burst through the door, and you see Waylon sitting in a chair and Gix sitting across from him at the desk.
Now, I do have a question. Do I get a badge?
You see Gix kind of lean forward and put his elbow on his desk and starts rubbing his temples with his hands.
Take that as a no.
Why him?
I'm kind of glad I missed these questions now. Hey, Waylon.
Yeah.
We're needed up in the airship. We're going to be taking a rather long trip around the peninsula here.
Oh. Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for the fantastic news. Thank you for your chair. And I think I'll be back.
You hear very, very loudly sigh. And you just, as you're leaving, you hear him just go, why?
Yeah, Helen's gonna follow. Back to the airship, I guess.
Yep,
Does everyone have their stuff on them, or do they all leave it at the hotel?
Probably left it at the hotel.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I didn't bring anything with me.
Yeah, so
you guys go back
I'm
and you
gonna
are
say
robbed. Alright, so you guys going up the ladder, or are you going back to get your shit?
supposed to get our shit because we were going to be on this thing for a little while.
Yeah. Plus, you might
Probably
leave directly
yeah.
after.
So my stuff's already on the ship, so I'll just grab Alexis' shit.
Special followers.
Yes. He tries.
Yep.
Apparently,
Yeah.
Arden only picks people with brain damage. Or psychological trauma. Yeah, okay, you pick up your shit. Jerks. Never
Then
leave.
climb back up the rope ladder.
And I shall follow.
Climbing checks. No, I'm kidding. You're fine. You make your way up the ladder, and you see.
Yeah.
I said you were fine.
I know.
Who's strategically inbred? Oh, I should stop reading the chat room. You guys make your way up the ladder to see Alexis and Saya standing there, and Saya looks at everybody and goes, "Are we ready?"
Yes.
Here's your stuff, Alexis. Want me to put it anywhere?
Anywhere's fine.
Okay.
Paleth puts it in her room. Must go through journal again.
All mine.
Saya looks at all of you and goes, this trip you guys may want to strap in. We're going to try and get this one done as quickly as possible.
All right, then. I shall do that.
Anybody want to have a conversation with anybody in this group?
No, I will talk to Saya after we accomplish this.
Okay. Waylon?
I think he's good for right now.
Okay. Paleth?
Not right now.
Okay. We cut to the northern team. Well, the middle team.
Best team ever.
Stormhammer and Geddon. Geddon, I believe I left you off in your room with more studying to do.
Books to read, sword stuff to practice.
Yep. Did you guys stop talking about that shit in my fucking call thing? Stop it.
Cool. I want to read this now.
No.
Aww.
Stormhammer, you have your own. I don't know if I've told you this one before. You had to break for what you had to do a couple of days ago, but you have your own room at the actual. I think it was what, the Mage Tower, I believe we were calling it. It's not the actual palace, right?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
I don't think they're at the
No,
palace.
it was the Mage Tower at the palace. Okay. But you actually have your own room at the actual the tower itself.
What?
Which is right next to Dan's. Not Dan's, but Geddon's.
So, like, why are we waiting here? Are we waiting for anything in particular?
By the way, you are noticing that if Geddon has his shiny new sword. Are you talking to me about that, or
Yeah.
Geddon? You're there because Geddon is taking special training from Cypher.
Okay.
We're sort of waiting for Malik to get back as well.
Yep. I got 3 different divergent paths going on at the same time.
I must have been really drunk. I can't remember a damn thing the past few days.
Well, you were
nothing
in
new,
jail.
was it?
You may be better off that way.
I was wrongfully incarcerated.
Oh God, here we go.
That door was picking a fight. I mean, Hooker.
Hooker's door, yes. It was picking up.
Yes. Hooker doors. Beware.
The Hooker door is trying to seduce me.
It's all a conspiracy.
Yes, the judge was most understanding, fortunately.
There was never a judge involved.
Which is why we were fortunate.
This is probably true.
Oh, I miss this shit.
Should we go out and do something, just have a look around?
I'm quite busy. I believe you're confined to the palace for some unknown reason.
Wait, what?
No, he was never confined. He just couldn't. Cypher said if he got himself into trouble, he wasn't getting him out of it again.
Right, so I'm saying you're confined to the palace. Keep yourself out of trouble.
Well, that's just mean. That's just horrible.
I can tell them to put you back in jail.
I feel so unappreciated.
They have bacon.
Staying in the palace.
Yes, it's
I
a
can
horrible
sing out.
state.
Well, I'm gonna have to find me some of the what's it called, like troubadours, minstrels.
All right, welcome to talk to the bard.
Ah, bards! I'm gonna have to find some bards, teach them some songs.
Thought he said
I'm sure there
minstrels.
should be some court bards around here.
Thought he said minstrels.
Yes, I have to find me some minstrels. I do like me some jam.
Time for more hookers.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go find me some bards.
In the palace.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a... No. I'm gonna let you
I'm just
walk
gonna
around.
find a servant and ask.
Sure.
I'll go up to the first servant I see and I'm like, "Excuse me."
Yes.
A lot older than I thought you were. Okay. Where can I find the bards?
The what?
The bards.
The bards?
The bards! You know, the people with the lutes.
Oh, the singing folk.
Is that the fancy term?
They aren't here today.
What?
They will be back tomorrow.
Oh, now it's just, they're doing this on purpose. I don't know how, but they're doing it on purpose.
Maybe because
That's
I'm
fine.
doing it on purpose.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'll just have to sing to myself then.
Oh, goody.
You want to hear a song, do you?
No, I believe I have some duties to go back to.
Well, if you insist, I suppose I could do a little thrall, you know.
He starts
You want
to
it-
walk off.
You want to hear it in Dwarven, I'm going to walk after him.
You're just gonna follow him and annoy the shit out of him?
Yes! You want to hear it in Dwarven?
I'd rather not, sir.
Okay, Dwarven it is then. Let's see. We could do the one about Toratong. You heard that one?
And we cut to Dan.
No, I wanted to hear the song.
Huh.
Yeah, okay.
Stormhammer.
Toratong gamal man, Hailebi and Jenahan. And I'm just going to continue like that. I'm going to annoy the shit out of this dude.
Why are you taunting this old servant?
I don't know. It's entertaining.
You're so bitter.
I will get my revenge. And they can't kick me out either.
Yes, they can.
Are they gonna... Well, okay, I'm gonna find someone else to annoy then.
They
Basically-
probably have a dungeon, you know.
I'm gonna annoy the fuck out of him, and when someone else shows up, I'm gonna be like, dude, why won't you leave me alone? And then I'm just gonna storm off looking very unsatisfied.
Okay, you do that. And no one seems to be bothered.
Aw. I'm gonna have to try harder. Okay, I'm done now.
Okay. Yadin, you are still in your room, I believe, reading.
Right.
Or no, did we split off with you waking up, I believe. I think that was the last thing. That or you were going to bed.
Still
One of the
time,
two.
though, yeah.
But yeah, either way, you that's morning for you. Good morning.
Good morning.
You wake up to see the mound of books sitting on your desk.
I need coffee.
You go down the hall into the dining room, and you find the normal pot of coffee there, along with the assorted breakfast foods, and yes, bacon.
Thank God.
Bacon!
Oh, bacon too. This is not such a bad day.
You hear some loud running down the hall as Stormhammer bursts through the door and charges for the dining table.
I leap out of the way.
Morning.
I use my counter power. Powerful warning on the bacon. On the bacon, it gains a +2 to all defenses against Stormhammer.
I'm gonna crush my teeth on this fucking thing.
I don't think you can do that.
Probably not, but it was funny.
I'll tenderize it with my hammer.
You just make the bacon more chewy.
Make fucking shoe leather out of it.
Stormhammer, good to see you.
Morning.
Staying out of trouble, I trust?
Oh, totally.
Good, good.
Don't I always? I'm gonna smile widely, bacon hanging out between my teeth.
Based on the limited amount of time I've had with you,
I'm gonna ignore whatever it is you're about to say. Fair warning.
Because of, bacon.
Yeah.
Would you like to join me for some training with Cypher today?
For some what?
For some training with Mage Cypher today.
I don't know how good a dwarf. I don't know how good a dwarf might be with training, though. Especially with the mage guy. Sorry, I'm just gonna open myself a bottle of beer.
You gotta love his commitment.
Isn't it a bit early for that?
What do you mean early? I've been up for 20 minutes.
Fair point.
Actually-
I have to make sure that there's alcohol in my blood.
Actually, you've probably been up for about an hour because of you knowing the servant.
This is true. Alcohol is like it's like breathing. You have to have it.
The
If
stream,
a
does
dwarf
not,
stops drinking, he dies. I've seen it happen.
the stream does not condone alcoholism.
But
But
you
any people in it
support
might.
people who
Or
are alcoholics.
dwarf non-alcoholism.
Yes, no.
Okay.
Yeah, seriously though, I'm not sure how I could be helping with any sort of mage training.
You could be a moving target.
I was thinking about that.
We could try toughening you up. If you're going to be accompanying us, you're likely going to be in some fights with the Delhi before long. Wouldn't hurt to hone your skills.
I slowly put down my bacon. I turn. I look. Are you saying that I'm not tough? Are you implying something here?
To the sparring room!
Oh, you are going to love Mage Cypher.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he's not gonna like me though.
Would you care to wager on that?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I wager tomorrow's bacon. Whoever wins gets all the bacon.
Very good. I wager he's going to find you very amusing.
All right, then let's do that
Oh god.
after we've eaten.
Of course. Can't let
I'm
the
gonna
bacon
sit-
go to waste.
I'm gonna sit in silence, looking very like contemplative, eating bacon.
And drinking beer.
Yes.
God, if I had that right now, I'd be happy. I only got half of that. After a few minutes of eating, you guys start heading towards the mage's room, or Cypher's room, his study.
Mhm.
The door is cracked open, and you guys
I'll knock before I go in.
get in, come in.
Mage Cypher, so have you met my companion Stormhammer?
Has Cypher met Stormhammer? No, he hasn't. So this is Stormhammer.
Yes.
didn't
Thank you,
sound
by the
good.
way, for intervening on his behalf regarding his legal difficulties.
Well, that was you.
Yes, that was me.
Oh, I'm very thankful. You have no idea.
Just stop fucking up in my city, please.
I did not fuck up. It is not my fault, that woman. I'm just gonna stop talking now.
It's in the past. Don't worry about it. Just
Yep.
and for future reference, yes, don't do that.
Don't kick down a hooker's door.
That
But
dog was
it-
picking a fight.
Yes, in the future, though, I suspect you'll be getting into fights with stronger opponents than doors, and
Metal
you've been a great help to
box.
me. I was wondering if there's anything you might suggest for for training that Stormhammer could do.
Is he known to the arcane arts?
Not at all.
Then there's little I can actually show him myself.
Perhaps we could let him give him some practice in defending himself against the arcane arts.
Actually, I do have an idea.
That we could do.
We could
Cypher
do
kind of
that.
smiles as he says that.
You do know that dwarves have something of a magical resistance, right?
You'll need that.
Right, but I actually got an idea now. I'm very much in tune with nature, but I do not know that much in terms of herbs. I can recognize them, but I don't know a lot about the way they work. Perhaps you could also teach me what herbs to look out for.
I could show you to somebody who could show you that. That would be our alchemist here in the city.
That would actually be quite helpful. Because if my friends or someone need any particular herb, it will help me to locate it and to be sure I found the right one and not rat poison.
That would be very helpful. To not poison your teammates.
It would be fine if I found something else, though. You know, someone's trying to mix up some painkillers. Turns out they're making fucking LSD.
What is this LSD?
Oh, you don't have LSD over here?
There is no LSD in my campaign.
the equivalent of LSD, then.
Magic mushrooms in D&D.
Yes,
Are
there are
really
magic mushrooms.
actually
Yes,
magic.
but LSD, no.
Yeah, magic mushrooms, then.
Yes, there are mushrooms you can find that will give you a trip, if you will.
Right, but first, let's
And then
get the magic training underway, and whenever I feel, you know, that I've completely whooped your people's asses, then I will go and see the alchemist.
This should be fun. Follow me then. You guys walk down the hall into the getting familiar to this
Right,
room,
so the,
the
training room.
sparring room. Massive wall, or massive walled off room. Very high ceiling, completely made of stone.
Well, I do hope you guys realize that in order to make this fair, we should toughen up getting here as well. So, of course, I will be fighting back.
Oh, naturally.
Now, is this fight between you two or between Stormhammer and Cypher?
I'm not going to fight Cypher. Stormhammer may be an idiot, but it's not stupid.
Okay. Do you
I'm
guys?
not gonna fight a guy who seems, a lot more powerful than I do.
Much,
Yeah.
much powerful. More powerful. All right. Do you guys actually want a token duel or what?
I could say we can go for like first blood.
First to bloodied? Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Token duel.
Okay.
Moving your tokens
we-
off to the ocean to the next to Thundercrest City. Can you see it?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. With 2 people, I don't think I need to make an initiative list, so I think you guys can keep track of who goes where.
Basically, one goes then the next.
Yep.
Yep.
Actually, hold on.
And I do believe my combat builder or character builder is actually fully updated now. I do believe it works the way it should. Cool.
I'll drop Cypher down. Yes, that is Jace from Magic the Gathering.
Fucking Jace.
Now, I believe we all know the rules of a duel.
That depends on what region of the world you're in.
There are none.
I do like
I
that.
can never remember all of those rules. Yes. All right. So initiative.
Yep.
That sounds like a good idea.
Roll them.
I lose.
Yep. We both rolled 10s, but I have a better modifier. Ha.
I have a higher AC than you do. I have more hit points.
No, you have lower AC.
Yeah.
You do have more hit points.
No, we have the same AC. I have 22.
Oh, your token's not updated. Okay. But the same AC.
Okay.
All right. Minor action, Promise of Storm, and I will Arc Lightning you.
Go for it.
23 against your reflex.
That is a hit.
And Promise of Storm does an extra 8, so that is 23 damage, or 23 lightning damage. And I slide you 1 square to the side, because,
What makes you slide?
Mark of Storm.
Okay. That's already a Thunder Lightning spell, so I'm not.
Or wait, I'm sorry. I'm using my new sword for this, right? So that's a +4 enhancement.
Yep.
Add 2 to that damage. So
I'm forgetting.
25 damage even.
What's 6 to 8 minus 25? I need a calculator.
43.
43.
This is why we have everything on our tokens, because
Yes.
it does it for us.
Not for me.
I got you at 68 of 43 hit points. Damn.
Yep. Okay.
All right, your turn.
Am I slid 1 to the left?
Yes.
Okay. So basically, I just have to go back here and then charge your ass.
You can do whatever you want. It's flat. It's empty area between us.
Do I have a move that I can use during a charge? I don't think so.
So it would be a melee basic.
I'm not gonna do that.
You could just walk up and hit me.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, boop, boop, boop. I could be really cruel and just daily your ass.
Good.
Do whatever you like.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna use my avalanche strike on you. This is against your AC. Watch, I'm gonna botch this. 25! I hit!
D5. How fortunate that I have an immediate interrupt shield. I gain +4 to my AC and reflex until the end of my next
I
turn.
hate you.
Magic.
I still do.
Half damage, yeah.
No, do I?
If it's
This
daily,
is a daily,
usually.
probably.
No, it doesn't. No, there's no miss effect.
Oh,
I just wasted my daily.
That's a sucky daily. No miss effect. Do you enter a rage or something?
I drop my guard and put all my strength into a devastating overhead strike. I do not enter a rage.
Wait, this
When
is
do
a
you get a-
daily that has no miss effect
And
and
no.
doesn't rage.
What?
No, wait, that was an encounter. I'm stupid.
I was gonna say, it
Oh.
sounds like a terrible daily.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I'm stupid.
Geddon, your rebuttal.
I didn't say I was done.
What else do you have? You have a minor.
Oh, fuck you. I have an action point.
Waiting.
Just
Alright.
note that +4 to AC counts for an entire round until the end of his next turn.
Yeah,
This
I
is
still
true.
have. I still have the +4 to AC and reflex.
Okay, I'm done.
Daily his ass.
Oh, I could be so mean in daily him, but I don't know.
I made it personal.
I already like hurt you really bad with this at will. So
You even if you do technically do enough damage to, let's say, incapacitate him, it won't incapacitate.
he has tons and tons of hit
Yeah.
points. I mean, so like, I'm just gonna shift back and arc lightning him again.
Playing it safe.
You pussy.
17 versus your reflex.
You hit.
And Promise of Storm is still active, so that's another 20 lightning damage.
Yeah, that brings me down to bloody.
There you go.
Yay! Geddon wins.
I like my sword now.
You see
And
Cypher on the
just as
sideline
you-
going, finish
just-
him.
Just as you put your sword down, I'm gonna take one step forward and I'm gonna swing at you.
Alright.
Because I'm teaching you a lesson here. A very valuable life lesson. I'm gonna use my Thunder Hooves Rage.
Storm.
Yes.
Oh, now you are using your daily. Alright.
Yeah.
Teach them a lesson. Stormhammer's a douche nozzle.
Yeah, pretty much. So, okay, this is a... Ha!
Yeah.
Fuck you. Okay, here we go. Now I get to roll my damage.
This is gonna be fun.
Yes, it is. Plus 8. Doop. 32 damage.
As your mace slams down,
Thank
it
God.
hits. Hold on. It hits something there that you can't see. You feel the recoil through bounce from your from the shield itself down your hammer and into you as you fly back and slam into the back wall.
I was actually going to stop the hammer just before it made contact with him.
That would have it still would have hit the thing. It's all around him at the moment.
Okay.
The minute you charged or you stepped in for another attack.
That would have severely blooded me.
Yep.
Hmm.
Cypher looks down at you. I believe the duel was to first drawn blood.
That's true. But here's the kicker. If this was reality, you wouldn't have been getting up from that.
Cypher, you're sitting there on your ass on the ground on the against the wall, and he looks down at you and he goes, "This was a duel. It's not
It was.
reality."
Though the point of a duel is to give you training and experience. What did he just learn? He learned never to put his guard down.
I think Geddon already knew that.
Then why did he let his guard down?
It was a duel.
I had considered you an ally, Stormhammer, not a mad beast.
Oh, I will never attack you unless you provoke me.
Cypher actually
If we
starts. Cypher actually turns around and starts to walk away from Stormhammer.
if we are on the field of battle, I would not swing my hammer anywhere near you.
Nor would my lightning touch you if we were in the battlefield together.
Yeah, that would be appreciated because that shit hurts.
That's the point.
Do you see this thing? I like wave my hammer around. This is a fucking lightning rod right here. I've had many
It is rather
times.
easy to hit you.
You know, that was not funny. I was walking around in the mountains, hammer on my back. It's like, oh, it's a little rain. All of a sudden, there's a fucking lightning strike. Like, the gods are like, fuck you, man. Stupid gods.
Well, let's not be insulting the gods. We'll need all the help we can get in the coming days.
I'm gonna go find a medic. Also, I won all the bacon. He did not like me.
Yeah.
You may have won the battle, but I won the war.
I concede the bacon to you.
Excellent.
Everybody leaving the sparring room.
I guess so.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find myself a doctor of some kind.
Yeah.
I'm gonna heal the electrical burns.
I was going to give you an inspiring word to heal you up, but now you've been a jerk, so no.
You do find a medic relatively quickly. There's one right outside the. There's a room right next to the sparring room.
It's not the old man, is it?
What's his name? Colform or not Colform? What is his name?
Redfield? Oh.
Yeah, Redfield.
Yeah, Redford?
Redfield. No, it's not Redfield. I don't
Even
know.
an old man is a guy he was singing to. There.
Yeah.
No, it's not him.
Aw.
Why don't James Redfield? Yeah. Okay, there we go. I was looking to see like why didn't I have his name written down? Yeah, you find him. You find a doctor. He patches you back up.
Would you like to hear a song while you work?
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I just don't want to hear anything right now. I'm getting feedback from Martin, I believe.
No, it can't be me.
No, I'm not hearing anything from him. Is it me?
Somebody's got a desk mic or something like that that I'm actually hearing myself. I don't know if
I
anybody
hear
else.
the echo too.
You're hearing the echo too?
Yeah, I've been
Mainly
hearing
you,
it too.
though.
It's not me because I'm wearing headphones.
Yeah, so am I. Who's got a desk
Same
mic?
here. I have a desk mic, but I'm wearing headphones, so I know
I
it's
have a desk
muted.
mic, but my noise canceling thing usually picks it up, doesn't let it through. So I'll mute myself, see if it goes away.
Who's
Is it
been
still
hearing
there?
it?
Hold on.
I've heard it.
Heard it.
It's still there.
Yeah, I just heard it there for a sec.
Who the fuck is it?
I was muted, so it wasn't me.
Hold on. There, I don't hear it now. Whoever
No
muted
one's
them.
talking right now.
Who muted themselves right now? So it is Martin.
Yeah, but I could hear myself earlier, and I'm wearing headphones.
I don't know. You might have to turn down the volume or something because
Is maybe your sound card's picking up, not just sending it through your headphones, but also picking up with your
Oh!
PC sync.
There we go. I found the problem. I forgot to turn off my my speakers.
Yeah.
There. Now I don't hear
Sorry.
it. Thank you, because I was actually starting to get all over my nerves. I was like, "What the fuck is that? Who is doing it?" I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's Martin.
We don't like angry randas.
No.
He makes LOL unfun.
I do.
I would love to hear that.
I rage a
You
lot.
really don't want to.
I rage a lot during LOL.
It's like listening to mommy and daddy fight, but one person.
Cool.
All right. You guys head back to the angry Zulu means dead dead PCs. No, I wouldn't kill them off in rage. I want to be clear-headed when I kill everybody off.
Can I join you?
Nope. You guys make it back to Cypher's room. Well, at least Geddon does. I'm not sure if Stormhammer's gonna follow suit or not.
Yeah, I'm gonna. As soon as I get patched up, I'm gonna join.
Okay.
Because I like Cypher. We're gonna be best friends.
Well, when you first met him, you noticed that he's probably in his mid-20s.
Oh, he's that young?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna join basically because I got nothing else to do.
Okay.
I don't want to. I don't want to annoy the servants too much too early.
So, Geddon, I believe you've read through the books I gave you.
I'm making good progress. I read through the first one, but there's still a stack of them for me to work through.
I can actually feel your, let's say, essence growing as it is.
I seem to be attuning myself to the sword. I can feel my attacks are a little stronger already.
Good. It will actually take a lot of time before the sword actually fully attunes to you. But I see
I've
your
only had
progress
it
is
a couple
rather
of days.
quick.
I'm sure it will take much longer. Yes.
But there was something I've been meaning to talk to you more about.
What's that?
To the north, you've heard of. I've already discussed with you the in-depth, or a little about the. What did I call them? War souls.
Yes, I thought they died out long ago, but you say that they still exist.
Yes, they still do. There are mere a handful left, but I'm pretty sure they would help out with your quest. And essentially helping you along with your own progression. A war soul with a blade of that you have such now
With an amplifier, yes.
would be an immense force for our side.
I stand in the back of the room. I raise my hand. Excuse me.
Yes.
What's a war soul?
A man of his race. Do you know of the Ganassi, correct?
I know they inhabit elements, but that's about it.
Think of a war soul as somebody who completely becomes one with that element that they are a part of.
Oh. So basically like an avatar for that element.
I guess you can say that.
Are these physical manifestations or spiritual?
Physical.
Actual physical manifestations. So they could take the form of, say, golems and such.
It is possible for some.
Fascinating. I'm sorry I interrupted. Do go on. This is genuinely interesting right here.
It would be an extremely long process, but I'm sure that they would gladly take you into their reigns.
Well, that may be the next step in my journey then. If it will only take time for the sword, or time and practice for the sword to accept me.
As long as you have the sword, I believe they have my blessing for the attunement for you.
Well, as soon as our southern party joins us here, we should head out for the Iron Forge.
Do you know I can make that happen?
Well, you did teleport me to the north there. Do you know where our southern party is currently?
he kind of looks up at the sky, or looks up at the ceiling, and his eyes look like they're searching for something, and he looks back at you and he goes, yes.
I look up at the ceiling expecting to see something.
Are they on their way back here?
No, they seem to be towards the southern part of the peninsula.
They're probably searching for something then.
He's kind of pointing out down in here.
But perhaps it would be best if we went and joined up with them and then, trekked with them back up north.
Yes, if only we had some means of rapid transportation. Really wish the airship hadn't been destroyed.
He looks at you
Along
and
with Tanifer. Mhm.
he verbally sighs at you for saying if you only had a mean of rapid transportation.
The man in the room just flat out told he could teleport people. Do you think that only works one way?
I didn't want to impose on you. I'm sure you have many things to deal with, but if you're
Does everybody
volunteering-
have their stuff?
I always travel. I always.
He actually. Do you have all the books with you, or do you leave?
No,
them
I
back
should go
inside?
back and get the
He
book.
throws a large backpack at you. You're going to need this.
I will be right back.
Are you psychic?
You're asking the super wizard if he's psychic.
Yes.
He gets dangerously close to you and goes, yes.
So you can read minds.
No.
Then, all right, that's telepathy. Is that telepathy?
It's telepathy, yeah.
Okay, so you're not telepathic.
He pats you in the head and he walks back.
I'm thinking of something really dirty and nasty right now to see if he reacts.
He doesn't.
Fuck. I'm gonna hum a tune. Just silently, just sitting there humming. Not doing anything but humming the entire time waiting for Gideon to get back.
Gideon comes back with all of his books in a backpack. And they are quite hefty.
You need some help with that?
I can manage.
I believe you guys are ready to go.
Do we have a choice?
I'm ready.
You do, yes. I can't.
Well, if you want me around the castle,
He sighs.
that's what I thought.
He looks at Gideon and he goes, keep up your training. I'm pretty sure it's going to help in the long run.
I will. How shall I signal you when we are ready to return?
You'll have a way.
Okay.
Just think about me and I'll be there.
So you are telepathic!
Standing ritual it is.
With that, you disappear and you reappear on the ship. And it is now just Stormhammer and Cypher in the room. And he goes, oh, and before you go, I have one last thing to say to you. To Stormhammer.
Right.
Never let your guard down. And with that, you disappear. And you reappear 15 feet up in the air and slam down on the deck of the ship.
It's alright, I can take it. 15 feet's not that bad.
In my world, it is. Oh, only 9 damage.
It's not that bad. I make a triumphant entrance, though. I strike a pose as I land.
No, you land on your gut. You bounce for a little bit, and then you jump up on your
I
feet,
bounce.
and then you strike a pose.
It's
I
not
meant
on
to
purpose.
do that.
I meant to do that.
Good job sticking the landing.
10 points.
You see one of the.
Is anyone around on deck?
You see a couple of people, and you see one deckhand hold up a card with a 3 on it.
Yeah.
As he goes back to brushing the deck.
Excuse me. Could you direct me to Alexis?
Just down the hall, to the right, down the
Thank
stairs.
Taking it very well that we just sort of appeared on deck. But okay.
It's happened to them before.
Let's-
I don't think they give a
let's-
shit.
It's gonna be fun.
You guys
Alright,
follow down. Alexis, you are still in the war room, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just chilling there.
I'd be too. So.
The door opens, and boop, there's Gudgeon.
Let's stop.
Hi guys.
Stare at him. And just gotta look forward and back. If only I had something to drink so I could do the spit take.
Maybe
Well,
next time.
Did you get here?
I got some beer.
Moments passed, unfortunately.
Aw.
But no,
Magic.
by all means, help yourself to the beer.
Thank you.
I
It's
assume.
great seeing you again, by the way. You look fantastic.
Thanks. I just want you. I just assume dwarves are only really any useful when they're inebriated. So
Pretty much.
want you to be prepared. What brings the surprise?
Well, I've finished training with Cypher for the moment, so I thought we should check in on you.
Oh,
I was
good.
bored.
Is Malik upstairs?
He is back at the Citadel doing some training of his own.
That's a ways away. But
No.
he must have some idea
Well-
what he's doing.
A wizard
Well,
did it.
When you have the greatest mage in the continent to teleport you around, everything seems much closer together.
That skinny little prick was the greatest mage in the continent.
Indeed.
Well, if you don't mind, I'll pass on any more anonymous transportations. So you boys enjoy that instant access to anywhere in the continent thing.
When,
Actually, we just came down here so we could basically follow you back up north afterwards.
we came down to go back up.
Pretty much.
She actually kind of gives you this stare like, what? You came down
Well,
the
you
road.
know, considering everything that's going on, it is just not safer to travel in a bigger party.
We're traveling on an
Always.
airship. Alright. No, I can understand the logic.
Wait, they're gonna fly us back up north.
Would it have been would it have been too hard to do a sending ritual to let me know you're coming? My heart really can't take any more things like this.
It was really rather sudden.
It's always.
That's how mages work, don't they?
Uh,
Always sudden, lost in their own, slowly slipping away sanity. God, I love them.
It's not so bad.
What mage has been insane that you've run into this this campaign?
Oh, all mages are slowly losing their sanity. That's how it
Yeah.
works to be. If you have the power to uncreate reality, you'd start losing your mind a little bit too.
But
Don't
I'd
you know
sure
if it?
I'd sure have fun before I did it though.
That's how you get to it. You're like,
It's-
oh,
it's a
good,
fun
I can
ride,
just
though.
I can turn water into lightning bolts. It's just gonna be for fun. And 2 years later, you're eating your own poop, and you're just like, how did I get to this point? I don't care, but I can turn water into fucking lightning bolts.
You're sitting there, you're removing the skeleton from some body, and you're like, what am I doing?
You know, what have I done with my life?
Oh
And
yeah.
why haven't I
I've
taken
killed-
this bone out of the skeleton yet?
I've killed
well,
everyone.
if I get that far, they'll let me know.
They look at you now.
In any case, we did
By the
come
way,
down here to check on you. How are things in Arden City?
Things are going very well. Or,
Have you been working out?
no.
I don't know.
My arm-
Somehow your ass seems firmer than before.
I'm sitting down, so you must be using your imagination.
That's probably it.
I think it might be the beer talking.
You're a little bit inebriated. Maybe that's the problem.
I've only had 4
Or-
beers.
Or you're not inebriated enough.
You don't
That
In any
want
case,
You
you're not.
might
In any
be
case,
right.
you're not inebriated just the right amount.
Yeah. You should probably
might-
start drinking more.
Yeah, I should.
I'm
By the way, did you bed Hallam yet?
okay,
I'll
turn
take that as
back
a yes.
to again and be like, our prodigal assassin over there has become the chosen one of Ardent now.
Really?
Yep.
Yes,
The big glowing wall and everything.
it was actually
Uh.
rather impressive.
Wouldn't have called that one.
Hmm.
You just thought it was impressive because it was being etched in the gold.
Yes,
Gold.
just gold appearing in front of me. It's like, oh, cool. I didn't know I could do that.
So how has this place been treating you? I mean, what are you guys floating about up here doing?
We're searching out, trying to find any portals the Delhi are using. It's a bit of a long process, but it's the only way we absolutely sure we're not missing any portals.
We wouldn't want to miss any.
Boop.
So these,
Boop.
what, Dalrai? Is that how you say it? Dalrai?
Dalhai.
Dalhai, okay. So they come basically via portals that continuously stay open.
It seems they have some way to get in before that, as we've encountered some Dalhai already. But for the majority of their forces, they enter through these portals, and closing the portals is the only way to prevent them from bringing their entire force in, till we can find a way to seal them back in their own dimension, or defeat them, or however we stop them from destroying humanity.
How come they haven't opened portals in more strategic areas, like in the middle of a city?
They did before,
Oh,
and we
That's-
lost that city.
You still have the key?
Yes, I've been keeping a close hand on it.
Excellent.
I don't know
Are
when
there
the
a-
portals were established. They may have been established before the cities were built, for all we know.
are there any cat people on the bridge? I'm assuming yes.
You're in the war room. It's just you guys.
Okay. Do you think any of these cat people would know anything about the pendant that I carry?
The one with the crescent moon?
Yeah.
You can ask. They're not from this realm for the most part, but you can certainly ask. I doubt it would hurt.
Do you know what I can find someone who might know? Do they have mages or historians of any kind?
Kind of on a warship right now.
I don't know if on the ship if they'll have anyone to that regard. Here, I'm going to take out a piece of paper, sketch out what the symbol looks like to the best of your knowledge. I wouldn't want you to trust me with it. And when next time I get the chance to talk to Saya, I'll mention something to her about it.
You want a slightly inebriated dwarf to try and draw. I pull out the pendant and I pull out the pendant and place it on the paper and like trace around it as best I can.
Doing a hand turkey.
I draw a little smiley face in the corner.
With a heart.
Yeah. To Alexis. There you go.
There's no V in Alexis.
That's not a V.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
It's my way of showing I care.
You are
I'm a very-
charming.
I'm a very caring person.
I think you left your beer over there.
Did I? I
And when
wander
he-
off.
When he turns to look, I'm crumpling the paper up and throwing it over my shoulder.
I kind of whisper as he walks off.
I'm glad he chose you. So, how are things in Trend?
Trend seems to be managing fairly well. Mage Cypher is incredibly powerful, even more so than in cold form.
He's the best in the world, if I recall. On the
Yeah.
continent, at least.
He is the first mage of, yeah.
Did he by any chance know where the portal, the central portal of the Delhi is located?
No.
If he can find that out, that'll save us some time after we get done with things down here.
Didn't they have some kind of problem with the airship up there?
No. The only
They
airship
didn't?
problem they had was the one you guys blew up. You
Okay.
guys got blown up
Okay.
in Tanafir. So they've only lost one airship thus far.
Okay, I misheard something then.
Yep, from the whole fleet.
I don't know, why weren't we out looking for these portals?
Yes, why weren't you?
Well, the Velrai have a much more efficient means of searching for them. We were.
It didn't seem like they were doing much of anything. Then again, I spent most of my time in jail, so I'm perhaps not the best person to talk about this.
Jail? What the hell are you in jail for?
Are you sure you want to hear this story?
Probably not.
Well, since you insist, I was out there and there was a door, and it was in my way,
Getting just has his head in his hands right now.
and I wanted to get inside for reasons unclear
To even me.
to him and me. And I sort of kicked the door down, and then I got shot, and then I got thrown in jail.
Maybe a little too much beer.
I don't think I had enough.
I think he was sober when he did that.
Yeah.
No, the way it sounds like a drunk story.
Sounds a lot more like a sober story, actually.
You think you're thinking dwarven here. When they're sober, they're drunk. When they're drunk, they're sober.
Pretty much. I'm gonna keep drinking. I'm gonna need to be serious for later on, that bit feeling.
You do that then.
Actually, I'm gonna go see if I can find anyone here who knows anything. I'm just gonna ask some random person if they've seen this kind of symbol. Also, I want to explore. This place looks cool.
Okay, I'm gonna cut to Tyler really quick because it's been a while since we've cut to Tyler. Tyler, are you here?
Yep.
Oh, goody. After about an hour of sitting, I don't know if you're gonna do any questioning, any questions about during that. You're basically waiting on test results.
No. Well, like I said earlier, he's just too afraid to ask too many questions at this point.
Okay. After you see one of the engineers who's actually working on or the few of the engineers, they're kind of talking to each other as they're looking at test results, and one of them looks back to Manavan and gives a nod. Looks like we should be able to do this. Now, are you prepared for this?
You're gonna have to repeat that.
Are you prepared for this?
I don't know if I can really be prepared for this. But it has to be done.
Follow me, then. He stands you up, starts taking you down the hall. A few, passing a few doors, and you enter it looks like a giant laboratory. Huge cylinders up against one wall, with a slight red glow to them. As one of them are empty, and there are 4 sitting next to each other that actually have, or there's 2 on each side that actually have bodies inside of them. They look kind of like they're sleeping. You know, their eyes are shut. They look. There's no like distress on their face. They just look very blank to you. And Manavan looks to you and goes, "Well, this is the interesting part. You get to shop. Which one do you want?"
Is there really much of a difference?
Yeah, there's a couple. There's basically we're looking at skin color. Some of them are a little bit taller for fur thickness. There's a black and white one, red and black, tan, almost like a lion's color. Orange spotted, kind of like Saya. The horn variations are different on each one. Some are kind of big and gnarly. Some are smaller, less jagged. None have tits.
Damn it!
He just looks at
I believe we already
The
have it.
engineer asks,
Go ahead.
"Would any of these, who would you think would be the greatest warrior?"
The greatest warrior isn't the body, it's the mind that embodies it.
So none of these are physically different. Then.
No.
And it doesn't matter. Whichever one will work best is all that matters.
He walks forward, hits a button on a console, and the center tube slides open. And he kind of gestures for you to get inside of it. All your equipment must stay here, outside of the cylinder. And he looks at you with dead seriousness and goes, "All equipment."
Alec just embraces.
Naked.
Yeah, he is gonna get stark ass naked.
He's not ashamed.
Bow chicka bow wow.
Your stuff is
Alec, I've never been naked before.
paying
For
for
some.
all those hookers
In public.
and trying to proposition people that aren't hookers. You've learned. Oh, have you learned that yet? Yes, you have.
Yes, we went over that.
Yeah, because that would
Um,
have been a funny realization
No,
when you came out of the
now I was
tube.
thinking back to like a time when he just ran in through the streets buck ass naked as a kid.
You enter the tube, and the glass sheet slides shut, and the room starts to fill up with the gas. And you feel, you hear him talking to you through the glass. Just stay calm. Nothing's gonna hurt you in here.
Despite the suggestion to stay calm, Malik is kind of like tilting his head, like trying to avoid the gas. You know?
It slowly creeps up and engulfs the entire tube. Are you holding your breath, or are you going to breathe it in?
I think he's gonna try to hold his breath for a little bit.
Give me an
but
endurance
honestly
check.
give up.
Let's see how long you last.
Oh god, knowing my endurance checks not very well.
25 seconds.
Jeez. Everything's on delay. Oh yes.
Sorry if anybody can hear him playing with a zipper on a bag.
I'm having problems taking ownership of this right now.
Oh, sorry, I got my shit all over it. Boop. Is that easier?
That's not his token.
No, I was moving it off. I don't know if it's
His token's in the north.
Oh yeah.
No, I think it's because of when I signed in and didn't sign out properly earlier. It's screwed up things for me.
You're Tyler 1.
Yeah. Because
You now have
Tyler's
ownership.
already signed in, and I couldn't get him out
Oh,
of
if
it.
you'd have told me that, I would have kicked you out. Where's my thing?
Here, I gotta roll it for him real quick.
Connections. Yeah, Tyler, you have control of it now, so
Okay.
you can do it. I don't see you in here as Tyler. So, it doesn't matter. No roll. Who cares?
Okay.
After a few seconds of holding your breath, you gasp out and inhale the vapors. After seems to be about a few minutes, you start to feel yourself getting lightheaded and drowsy. You're finding it harder and harder to keep your eyes open as you slowly fall into a sleep, and the whole room goes black. You're effectively dreaming. You feel like everything is black. You feel like the world is rushing around you, and visions start flashing into your mind. You see flashes of a perfect world, green grass growing, kids having looks like little Valrai having fun playing in yards as their families, till the farms and hunters return from the woods. They seem much more primitive than they were before, or as they are now. You see their civilization advance, and the creation of engineering enter the world. Sorry. And then you actually see the creation of the Valrai, or Delhi. At the beginning, they are lonely servants, before slowly they begin to actually gain an intelligence. You see the actual overthrowing of the world. Hold on, what was that? Oh. You see the evolution of the Delhi as they slowly start to take over, and you see them the Velrai actually retreating back to their fortress and disappear from the world, taking part of it with them and landing in this world. You feel their knowledge flood into you, how to combat them, how to weaken them, as everything slowly goes black again. After a few minutes, your eyes open. And you see Manavan standing in front of you outside of the glass with a very happy look on his face. And you see actually all the engineers actually behind him talking amongst themselves.
I put my hand on the glass.
You do not see the hand you are accustomed to.
It's kind of just trembles as it touches the glass.
You see Manavan walk towards the console, hit a button, and the glass sheet slides over.
I try to take a step out of the tube.
Yeah, that's up to you if you are able to make the step or not.
I try to, but it doesn't feel like the body's quite right.
The proportions are much different than what you're used to.
Kind of misstep and slide a little bit on the floor.
You feel, you miss Legion, yes. I miss Legion too. You feel yourself lurch forward, and Manavan help put his arm around you and help you back up. It will
Thank
take a
you.
while for yourself to grow accustomed to this body.
My voice, much different.
Well,
It's
everything's different. He, one of the engineers slides out a mirror from behind a plank, and it's one of those floor standing ones, and slides it in front of you, and you actually see your full-fledged reflection.
It takes a step back at first, but slowly walks towards the mirror, kind of like almost shoving his face up to the mirror as he looks over his features.
Mm-hmm. Ah, shit, forgot to give you your stat differences. Ah, well, I think you know them by now.
Yeah, it was the other stuff I'm not sure what is what.
Yeah, the abilities and shit like that I gave you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give that to you tomorrow if you got time.
Okay.
Should we get to work? Manavan says to you.
He's like, as soon as possible. We must.
He's
Kind of trying to keep his body from falling over.
Manavan snaps his fingers, and four people run in, holding mounds of equipment as they start fitting it onto you.
Holding what?
Mounds of equipment, like armor, new armor. The armor is going to be an exact mimic of the armor you already have, so your pluses don't change, or your enchantments don't change. It's just going to be different versions of it. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same armor, different size.
Yeah. Because I'd hate to have to make you start over again. Come with me, we got a lot to prepare for.
I can't hear you.
He said, come with me, we have a lot to prepare for.
Okay.
And you guys start... What's that? Is everything going robo again?
It's just, I can't do anything, it seems like, without everything slowing down and coming to a halt.
Alright, well, then I'll just... you're basically being sent off to training, basically getting you accustomed to your body. If there's anything you would like to question or do, let me know what it is now. Your character kind of already feels he knows what's coming, like what you guys are going to be doing next, because he's actually seen it happen before. Okay. Cutting to back to the southern team.
Have I found a cat person?
There's many of them. You're not gonna run into any of, or not run into none of them.
I'm just gonna grab the first one I find. I'm gonna be like, excuse me, does this symbol mean anything to you at all? And I pull out the necklace.
He looks at it for a hard moment and shakes his head no.
Alright. That determines that. Thank you.
You hear a horn blow. The whole party does. That's here.
Oh,
Well, that
I
can't
know
be
what's
good.
coming, so I strap in.
What's that?
I know what's coming, so I strap in.
I'm gonna go find the others.
You slowly start making your way down. Does everybody else do this?
Yeah, we've all been on an airship before. We know what's going to happen.
Yes.
I'll strap in.
You feel the actual ship come to a lurching halt as Stormhammer flies down the hall and slams into the end of the hall. Into the
Oh,
wall.
motherfucker! I go cartwheeling ass over kettle.
And you guys are about here.
You hear a large thud.
And a satisfying laugh at the end of it.
That was funny.
He didn't buckle up.
What are you looking at?
Nobody's there. You're saying that to nobody.
Cypher's still watching this, I see.
Never put your guard down.
I'm gonna cave his fucking head in.
You're welcome to try.
I'll find him when he sleeps.
I don't think he sleeps. And Saya comes down the stairs into the war room. I believe we found something.
I certainly hope you didn't break all that much for nothing.
We thought we'd give the new kids on the ship a nice welcoming present.
Oh,
Good to see you again, Saya.
It's always a pleasure.
I've got nothing to say to that. That's good motivation.
We're getting a slight ping to the northwest. I believe we should go investigate.
Pings
No.
are bad, right?
Definitely.
Of course.
As quickly as we can.
The ship starts to turn around, and it actually lands right here.
Over here.
Right
Over
here.
here.
And throws you guys off of the ship.
I should have buckled in.
I'm getting mighty tired. I'm getting mighty tired of being thrown around.
You really gonna throw a crippled girl off the ship like that?
No, we're not throwing you off the
Okay.
ship.
I was like, that
They
sucks.
they land and put the plank down, and everybody exits.
I try to be. I've been drinking a lot right now, so I'm trying to be very gentleman-y and like give her my hand and lead her down, help her.
Please, I'm not that injured. I appreciate the thought.
My legs still work, mind you.
Very well.
Saya
Let me
pretty
know.
much
Let me know if you need any help, though.
Saya pretty much bypasses the plank and just jumps off the boat.
Show off.
She smiles at you when you say that.
Flexible, ain't they?
Nice legs. Right. Yeah.
You think so too?
Hold on, I gotta get my Saya token up there.
Mm.
Boop. Drag all my tokens in there.
Stormhammer, you know, you should really see if you have a shot with her.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
I think she'll go for you.
No, I'll have to wait for the the opportune moment. I can't just do it right now.
That's a
gotta wait.
Bluff,
Maybe
Chris.
You mean you bluff that?
Yes. Because you know damn well it's not.
33.
That
I
one.
would believed her anyway. I have to wait. Maybe it's sunset or sunrise. A good moment
Pale's just gonna. He actually.
when I can really show off my good sides.
Over the bodies of
So-
your defeated foes, right?
Well, I'm standing on top of a pile of her enemies. That's pretty romantic, right there.
I think she'll be
Yeah.
standing over a bigger pile of her enemies than you
Yeah.
would.
I don't think you should underestimate that one.
Mm.
She's a queen, mind you.
Oh, that would make me king.
Yes, just make sure that you use your majesty when you ask her if you could penetrate her.
That's a good advice. I'm going to take that into consideration.
Oh dear God, this is gonna end horribly. Like brutally horribly.
We're gonna be looking for another party member soon, aren't we? Oh, well.
Maybe at least another character role for him. Cypher wouldn't kill him, but Saya would.
So I'm going to put on the charm for this one.
Oh God. She oh God, I don't know where to go from here.
Forward to the ping thing.
She What are you doing, Chris?
Night cat on the chest. Can't breathe. Carry on.
She
Oh.
God, stop it! I can't carry on if you keep randomly yelling. She pulls out a little another stop it. She pulls out another cylinder, and it starts to glow a slight orange as you guys start walking forward towards the actual where the ping is coming from.
Are
I'm gonna
there
approach her as we walk.
are there any buildings or ruins or anything other than
Nope.
trees around?
Just trees and flat ground.
Hmm.
Which reminds me, I need to look at something.
I'm gonna approach her while we're walking. I'm gonna talk to her.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Okay, you may continue.
I walk up to her and I'm like, I'm sorry for interrupting. I know what we're doing is important, but I was wondering if perhaps at some point you would
She
tell
says
me a bit.
immediately says no.
No, just let me finish. I'm just going to say, I was wondering if at some point you'd perhaps, teach me a bit about your people. I'm very interested in knowing where you came from and who you are, your culture.
She her eyes don't leave the device itself, but as she says, I will set you up with a historian.
But hearing it from a regal presence as yourself, Majesty, it would truly be a great honor for me if
I have only been queen for a few months, or for a month. The presence isn't quite there.
your regality is obvious even to me. You were chosen for a reason, were you not?
She kind of smiles at her, kind of like at herself, and she goes, "Not really."
Then yet, here you are. For someone, even if you were not chosen, then the task ahead of you is truly a great one. A weak person would not be able to continue. Truly, you are a strong, benevolent, and wise, even young as you are.
That bluff check is Alexis trying to keep herself from busting out laughing.
Wait, that's that? Okay, 21, is that going to be high enough?
Like a
Yeah, I'm gonna make an endurance check to keep a straight face.
He's actually being
Oh, wow,
serious,
okay.
though.
Oh, I know. That's what makes it so funny.
Okay, what you that bluff check made me forget. What were you saying at the very end? Oh, her being queen. She goes, "You do know I'm queen because I picked up a sword and it was blue, and Malik smashed the head of the king as I cut it off."
What better way to become a queen? No, I'm being serious here. If you took the throne for yourself, then really, that is an amazing feat.
I believe we came here for a reason. Flattery is not quite that reason.
I'm just saying my opinion. Though, if at some point you could tell me about your culture, I would be truly grateful.
If time allows it, maybe.
As you wish, Your Majesty.
Stop calling me that.
As you wish, Your Majesty. I take 2 steps backwards.
You have to take more than 2 because you can close that gap pretty quick.
Can you not kill the dwarf, please?
I'm making it very obvious that I'm like jokingly doing it. Like, just
Well, she doesn't even look back at you when you do it. When you say it the second time.
no, but the tone in the voice is there is like, yeah, I'm messing with her a little bit.
You guys enter a.
Hold on. As soon as they walk away, I'm going to text him and saying, next time you should try just getting her flowers.
Don't worry, I got this.
Oh, please do. I definitely could use this amusement considering all that's been going on the past few days.
Get a warrior some flowers. That'll be.
I was thinking of getting her, a weapon of some kind. A very nicely crafted hunting knife, perhaps.
Oh, wait till she pulls out her sword. This is stuff that, like.
You do realize she has a magic sword that shoots the lineage of her entire people, right?
Yeah, and you don't use that if you want to, like, skin a fucking animal.
She's a queen. She doesn't exactly skin her own animals anymore.
She doesn't exactly seem like the most common normal queen. You know, she became queen by cutting the head off her enemy. I think she could skin an animal if she wanted to.
All right, where are we going?
you guys enter, or you guys stop at the mouth of a cave. It's coming from inside.
Lovely. Underground, of course.
Do we have a light?
I'm assuming you brought your packs, and I believe I have some of my own.
And I can cast light on my shield.
She strikes a match and lights a torch, and hands it off to who wants to carry a torch.
I have only one working arm. Do you want me to carry one?
She hands it to the dwarf.
Oh.
No offense, but do you think I'm going to be able to light the entire room when the top of my arm isn't even above your shoulder?
She's 6'5".
I'm, what, 5'2"?
Probably.
That's a giant for a dwarf.
That's really tall for a dwarf, yeah.
Actually, I think, no, I'm 4'9".
There you go.
You know, I'll chuckle a little to myself and I'll carry it.
And she unsheathes her sword, and the blue flame erupts from it. It's basically a hilt with it looks like a curved blue flame on it. You don't see an actual blade to it.
Some of the most spectacular things I've ever seen.
I'm gonna just mention to her. Don't your people have dark vision?
Yes, that's why I'll take the lead.
Okay, just checking.
Be there right behind you. I hate the light.
She gave me a torch. She likes me.
It's a symbol.
It's a symbol for her burning
Flame
love
of
for you.
love.
She wants you to light the way of this relationship.
Totally.
She looks down at Stormhammer and goes, "You in the back."
Why is she so annoyed at me?
No, I'm actually going to go and say no. She's trusting you with perhaps the most important position in this group. You're protecting our rear, our flank. She would only give this job to someone she has complete and utter confidence in.
Bluff.
Or is she considered expendable?
I don't say that line. Bluff. 33.
I got no choice to believe it, so I go with it.
You're like,
She likes
No,
me.
I'm taking that with enormous piles of salt.
Yeah. I'll follow along behind Saya. Alright, this way.
Why
this way.
doesn't she like me? I've been civil. I've been, kind.
I haven't said she doesn't like you.
Maybe
there is a reason why you're in the back.
What?
Maybe there is actually a reason why you're in the back. I never said she doesn't like you, though. All right.
Maybe you should break down her door later.
it's worked well for you. That's fine.
Just going from a hooker door to a queen door, that's too big a step. I got to work my way up.
Maybe a duchess first.
Yeah, something.
Let me make this map visible.
A concubine door. That's the next goal.
Oh my god, I hate this cat sometimes. Get off my chest!
Your tokens are on the catacomb map.
Gotta go. They're there already?
Yeah, I just copied and pasted them off the world map.
Excellent.
If they're not the right token for you, switch them out if you have to. But I just copied the ones off the world map.
Loading.
What
I
up,
could
my
follow
little
you to
kitty?
back boots.
What up? I got my stomach.
That's how you should talk to Saya, like a pet.
Hey, you little kitty. You're a pretty kitty.
Little kitty. You are.
Show me your pussy. Show me your pussy.
That's
Stop
just-
rubbing your pussy.
I'll rub my pussy all night long if I need to.
I know you're a cat, but do you like hard bones?
Well, she is a large feral cat, so she probably does.
She's like, I do like feasting on the corpse of my enemy, if that's what you mean.
Cool, me too.
You two have so much in common.
Yeah.
So
we
we
should just start working on the marriage proposal now.
are we all here?
Yeah, before we, because I'm guessing they're maybe not combat immediately, but combat may be coming.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get something to drink first?
Sure. Let's take a quick break.
Yes. I need drink too.
Alright.
I need to get more cigarettes.
Get the fuck up!
Let's see. What happened last week? Well, Stormhammer got out of jail. He's now staying
Yay.
inside the castle thing with Geddon and Cypher. Cypher pretty much put Geddon on a quest to get a an amplifier,
Yep.
which ends up being his sword, and has been taking extensive training with Cypher. And that time, Malik ends up going up north to into the Black Citadel to learn how to beat the Delhi. And the southern team, Alexis met with Slade, had a few conversations, and the arrival of the Valrai have shown up. And they went to the what's it called? The chapel to talk with any of the priests to see if they can start actually looking for the portals. When something happened with the wall of names, and part of the wall lit up and poured and started showing off Waylon's name. And I think that's exactly where we left off.
I think we look well.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I heard the wall of names and I thought like a soldier's memorial, and I was like, wait, he's dead? I don't remember that part happening.
No, it's
I get it. I remember. It's like the holy people representing Arden. Yeah.
Yep.
I thought we got ushered into his room.
Did you guys get? I knew I was gonna do that, but I'm not sure if I actually got that far or not. Yes, he did, because he said that's exactly where we left off, with him saying we must go to the back room, and you guys being pulled into the back room. All right. So we will start off with. Hold on, let me move my fucking mouse onto the thing. Tyler, are you done eating so I can start, get your shit over with?
I'm not eating.
I thought you said you were eating.
No, I was eating.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
It's like I'm thinking of ordering food right now.
Okay, after you hear Cypher say nope and you disappear, you reappear in a very, very dark room. You still have your headlamp, and you can feel a presence next to you, which you can assume is the... did I say who was with you?
One of the Valrai.
Yeah, I know I said that, but I'm not sure if I gave a name or not.
I don't remember if you did.
Okay, it's the engineer.
Okay.
You know who I'm talking about when I say the engineer, right? From you.
Okay.
That's not a problem for you?
No.
Okay. I didn't know if you had some kind of incapacity or some fear of needles or something like that. So the engineer takes what he needs. The other engineers do exactly what they're meant to be doing, and they ask.
Malik's got an extremely confused look on his face, but
Not gonna ask any questions.
he's kind of afraid to ask questions. He's like, they look all smarter than me. This might not go well.
You still feel the hand on your pretty much across your back from Manavan as he looks down at you and says, "All right, we're just gonna need you to take a seat for a little bit. We need to run some tests to make sure you're compatible. We've never done this on another race other than ours, so forgive us if we take a little time."
It's never been explained to me what I have asked to do, right?
Nope. You have no idea what's happening. You said you wanted to help,
Right.
or you want to learn how to fight the Dahai. He says,
I'm just making sure. I was just making sure.
yeah,
because,
I was going to run down that really quick. Yeah, Cypher says he knows there is a way, and he said that's when they called the engineer up, and you asked if you can have your stuff before you go, and he said nope, and boop, there you are.
Mhm. I just asked him, what exactly are you trying to do?
We're going to make you one of us.
I cock my head a little bit and look at him like he's stupid.
Do you remember the conversation you guys had with Seiya about how our race has lived this long in such an area?
Yeah.
That how
King.
essentially
Lived multiple lives.
correct. How essentially we clone each other and just implant our memories into others.
Right.
That's what we'll do for you. It's the quickest way to get all of our understanding of the Dalhai.
His jaw just sort of slowly opens and comes agape as his eyes widen. Kind of as the realization hits to him what he's agreed to.
Once this happens, there's no going back. The body you are in now will die.
Malik just stares at his hand and
You'll be the same person, but the body you will be embodying will be completely different.
he just sort of nods his head, still staring at his hand.
Now, there are some dangers to this, because we are doing it in a way we have never done before. But one thing our engineers do know is jobs. And if they say we can do it, we can do it. And we're just waiting for that say now.
Well, it needs to be done.
Fade. No.
This is not Dr. Stormhammer.
Alright, Southern team. Is everybody in Southern
Yes.
team here?
Yes.
Hopefully.
Yes. Okay. You guys are pulled drastically out of the main hall into the back office of Gix, I believe his name was, which is the exact same room where shit, I forgot his name. We haven't used him in so long. Waylon, the bad guy.
Oh,
Garville.
Garville, that's it. All I gotta do is think of the Smurfs, and I'll remember it. You get pulled back into that room along with Seiya. And he's just got this blank look on his face as he stares at Waylon. And he kind of like does a slow circle around him, as if trying to understand what, let's say, what Ardent sees in this person. I just don't understand.
Hello again.
He kind of looks to the sky and he just looks up at the ceiling and just says, "Why him?" Do you know what this means, boy?
No.
You have been chosen by Ardent.
Excuse me?
Ardent chose you, boy.
you don't seem to be very pleased with that news.
Me? I just don't understand it. Everybody who has been chosen has had a clear reason why they were. This name just appeared with no warning. And from his prior deeds, I wouldn't expect why he would have been chosen.
Because there's nothing in this boy's heart than love.
Well, I
Can I
guess
sit
from
down?
all... Sure. And he kind of backs up and pulls out a seat for you.
Alan's gonna basically flop into the chair.
I guess I can see the purity in this child also, even though for his impurities that he's done. You have a long road ahead of you, boy. Now we must find out what it wants from you. And I'm almost certain you will only be the one to find that out.
I'm mostly going to just sit there and take this all in, because big thing for him.
With a big grin.
I think so, yeah.
This might be the time for you to redeem
It's
yourself.
growing.
Now, what is it you guys have come into my church for? As he kind of just turns his gaze to the giant cat lady that's in his office now.
We need your. I'm sorry. What is his position again? High priest?
No, he's not the head or the high. He's let's say I think I put him at third in command.
Yeah, but what's his actual title?
Priest.
Just priest.
Yeah.
It was a father.
Head priest. Gix.
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 Okay. Father Gix, we need your assistance in a very urgent matter, and your ability to assist us in this would expedite what we're trying to do greatly, and that might have a larger impact on the world in large than you might realize.
And what would that be?
We need your assistance tracking down some large sources of magic within the city.
Sources of magic?
I'm going to look over to Saya. She looks like she's about to talk at all.
She nods. I think she agrees with how you're pulling this.
There are large sources of magic that have been appearing across our continent, and these sources of magic are dangerous. They need to be closed, and we have a device that can do it. We just need the assistance of the city to get anywhere that we may need to that the devices request.
Yes.
Because I don't think I have his... did I ever give a name for him?
Yeah, it's in a notebook that's in a box that's packed. It still needs to be unpacked.
Good. Kings. Manavan. That's his name. Okay. So you show up in this black room. You can feel Manavan's presence to your right, and you feel him put his hand on your back and actually start guiding you through the room. I'm assuming you're gonna pop your headlight.
Yeah.
Okay. Pop your
I'm
headlight.
probably sweating rather profusely too.
Okay. You pop your headlight and you're actually not getting much light out of it. You still see the walls itself are black. The floor itself is black. It looks like a very smooth stone. The room itself is almost in a in a circle, with one opening to the ahead of you. And if you look down at the floor, you'll see a runic symbol on the floor. He guides you. Go ahead.
I'm heavily breathing as I stare at the symbol.
He looks at you. Calm down, boy. This isn't anything but what we're going to be doing with at the moment. This just allows us to get here. You must come with us. We have to show you to our other engineers, and we must begin our work now.
I nod my head and just let him lead me.
All right. He takes you into the back room, or he takes you out of that room down a hall, and this is where you start seeing things that are familiar. You see the main hall off of the throne room chamber, the hall that leads you into where the glass blowers were, and the stairs going down that led to the engineer room. the engineering room. And you go down those stairs again, and there are a mess of engineers down there. You're like thinking at least 15. And two of them approach you and ask for you to stand still. And they start examining your body measurements pretty thoroughly. One of them asks for you to roll up your sleeve, and you see somebody pull out a needle, and it looks like they're gonna start to draw some blood